blues, girl. You thought you'd never feel, said you were flying like the world was far below us. You said there's no way that I could take you higher still. Listen to this, 'cause I got news for you. I still got work to do. You're thinking that I'm done. That's when I've just begun to corners of your mind that no one's tried to find. You think my love is through. Girl, I got news for you. Ooh, I got news for you. Yeah. I got news for you. Ooh, I got news for you. Yeah, babe. Oh. Don't you worry about me leaving. No, girl. Ain't trying to be deceiving. No. You said I'm too good to be true. Baby, I got news for you. Don't you worry about me leaving. Ain't trying to be deceiving. You said I'm too good to be too good. Well, I got news for you. I got news for you. You don't know how I do. The ways to make you smile that you never knew about. Your corners of your mind, no one's trying to find. Your time is through. I got news for you. See, I got news for you. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
This overboard. I want you to rock the boat, rock the boat, work it in the middle, work the middle, work the middle, change positions, new position. Now stroke it, baby, stroke it for me, stroke it for me, stroke it for me. Ooh, baby, I love your stroke. Stroke it, baby, stroke it, baby. Work it, baby, work it, baby. Stroke it. There is something I want you. I need you to use yourself. with me. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, babe. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, babe. I've been searching for you. So glad that I found you, boy. I've been feeling for you. I'm so happy, baby. I'm so happy that I fell in love. Thank God he sent you from above. I'm so happy that I found someone. Thank God he sent you from above. I've been searching for you. So glad that I found you, boy. I've been feeling for you. I'm so happy, baby. I've been searching for you. So glad that I found you, boy. I've been feeling for you. I'm so happy, baby.
My name is Gary Long III, and I have been attending Millwood for my entire life. I am a part of the Robotics Club, Multicultural Club, Book Club. My plans for next year is to attend Dillard University on a full academic scholarship.
On the noun. So what is your noun? What is your noun here?
Subversive.
Well, no, that's your adjective. What is the noun in the sentence? La what? La carne is the noun, right?
My name is Fred Evans. I'm this high school principal. Wow. From the beginning when I saw him, he was a little squirt. Sorry, Gary. He was just a little kid, small in stature, of course. And then now, I'm going to take you with best part since I'm talking about it. Now he's this stature of a man, of a young man. It's almost like he grew up overnight physically. But I will tell you, in the process, Gary came with a focus. I met him when I was a teacher, Oklahoma history and world geography. And I taught Gary in these classes, these subjects. And he has, not only did he grow in stature, physically, he grew academically. He had a focus. He knew what he was going to do, how he was going to get there. He never lost focus, but he did it with a sense of humility. It was not something where he looked at his classmates and with the attitude, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, I'm whatever. It was, I'm just Gary. And he maintained that relationship. I saw him with his classmates and with his teachers as well. So it's been great to watch him grow, to watch him mature on all levels, and to see that as the valedictorian of this Jubilee class, this 50th graduating class, I think is a momentous opportunity for him to shine even greater and to take to the world outside of Millwood who Millwood is and what Millwood is.
I just think Millwood's family atmosphere has really given me the room to grow as a person and to meet new people and connect with people. During my time here, I've met some amazing people, some of the best people in my life, and the education that has been provided to me, I cannot thank enough. Being the 50th valedictorian is an honor to me, and it really just means that my hard work really paid off and it shows. My advice for the next valedictorian and the ones to come after is to just keep on grinding, keep on doing your work, and it will pay off.
The kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on.
I get exotic with the melodic tune. I get hypnotic with the moon, but you got to put me down soon. I flip a sideshow if you come my way. Up,
down and around, even sideways. I'm about as ready as the light can get. We can go all out. I ain't afraid of the sweat, but yet I bet you got the techniques to freak a girl inside out. What's that all about? Can I have some of that? You gotta put me on. Word around town is your 9 men strong. I wanna be put on in the worst way. Since the first day, I think it was a Thursday. You be that brother that I wanna sink my teeth in. Make me wanna ask, where the hell you been? I like the way you be with all that personality. But I got flavor too. You need to go with me.
What you going through? I wanna be down with you, no matter the time. Oh, yeah, it's true. I wanna be down.
He was born 20 years ago, just to pimp toes. Everyday new clothes, look at the cut coupons. On 3, got the heat, so bluff it. Slang it as because it's more than 20 ducats. Struck it, kinda rich, now his pockets looking straight. Slam the D's on the benzo, pancake by the gate. Mom's looking straight with her half, she got great. Lounging in her new home, that's about the state. I'll be your cornmeal, won't tell. You can get it when you want it, even though you got chicks all up on it. Don't matter, cause brother, you fly. I can't lie, I've been macking daddy from the corner of my eye. Now, baby, bring it on, don't be frontin' on your baby boo. All I wanna know is what's up with you. How can I get with you? Seems like you got a hold on me. It must be voodoo, cause baby, I want you.
I wanna be down with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you, no matter the time. Oh, yeah. It's true. I wanna be
About yay short, about yay tall, about so big, about so small, about this big, about this big, about this, about this.
From the cops come running up. Chuck the deuces, chuck the deuce, off what you say, boys the blues say,
I don't care if we on the run, baby, long as I'm next to you. And if loving you is a crime, tell me why I bring out the best in you. I hear sirens while we make love, loud as hell, but they don't know. Nowhere near us. I will hold your heart and your gun. I don't care if they come. No. I know it's crazy, but they can take me. Now that I found the place that you take me. Without you, I got nothing to lose.
I'm an outlaw, got an outlaw chick. Bumping Tupac on my outlaw shit. Matching taxes, ink don't come off, even if rings come off and things ring off. My nails get dirty, my past ain't pretty. My lady is, my Mercedes is. My baby mama harder than a lot of you niggas. Keep it 100, hit the lottery, nigga. You ain't about that life, ain't got a lot of me, nigga. You know it's to the death, I hope it's I be the nigga. Cross the line, speak about mine, I'ma wave this tech. I'm a geek about mine, touch a nigga where it's rib back. I click clack, put your motherfucking wig back. I did that, I've been wildin' since a juvie. She was a good girl till she knew me. Now she's in the drop, bustin' you, we screaming.
Now that I found the place that you take me. Without you, I got nothing to
Deeper than words, beyond right. Die for your love, beyond life. Sweet as a Jesus piece, beyond ice. Blind me, baby, with your neon lights. Ray-Bans on, police in sight. Oh, what a beautiful death. Let's both wear white. If you go to heaven and they bring me to hell, just sneak out and meet me, bring a box of L's. She fell in love with the bad guy, what you doing with let you see it. If it's me or you against the world, then so be it.
I don't care if they give me life. I get all of my life from you. And in love you had to be, you had to be, you had to be, you had to be, you had to be.
All night, can't sleep, too hurt, too weak, gotta call up. Dial that number, no one answers till 2 o'clock. I give my chance, you let me come over. Out on the street, I wanna say. All night, can't sleep, too hurt, too weak, gotta call her up. Dial that number, no one answers till it's 2 o'clock. And if by chance you let me come over, out on the street, I wanna see you, baby. And if by chance you let me just hold ya, I'm down on my knee, I wanna please you, baby. Ooh, I'll be your righteous lover. She said, sugar, honey, darling, I really wanna see you too. I bet you do, bet you do. It's just that someone's over, and baby, I really wanna be with you. But if by chance you let me just hold you, I'm calling, I'm free. I wanna see you, baby. Ooh, when in need, you said you wouldn't be here, and you hold the key to my very baby. I love you, baby. You are that special lover, and love keeps you tied to another. That's the way it goes on love's train. Sometimes heartstrings can't be broken, but you just have to keep on going. That's the way it goes on a love's train. All night, lady wants her baby, so she calls him up. Oh, when it ring-a-ling, it only mean one thing. Come on, dial that number, no one answers till it's 2 o'clock. And if by chance you just come on over, girl, I'm saying please, I've got to see you, baby. Ooh, when in need, you said you would be right here. Well, I'm in need, I need you to please believe, I love you, baby. You are that special lover, and love keeps you tied to another. That's the way it goes on love's train. You don't need no ticket to ride. Sometimes heartstrings can't be broken, but you just have to keep on going. That's the way it goes on a love's train. Listen, baby.
Test. Good evening. If I can have your attention just for a second, we need all of our honored guests to please follow Mr. Nick Henderson
we're going to have you guys go back to the VIP area. So any honored guests, if you will follow Mr. Henderson, back to VIP.
Eyes on me, apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love up on it, live alone, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spray like it's in it. So fine and spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby, get the right spot. You texting me, you know I won't reply. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't this fly? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky high. Don't need nobody, but I'll take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. You can hop for all these calls anyway. My body dripping, but you gon' have to wait. But when you get it, lick it like a candy cane. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, fly. Love a bone, live alone, leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spray it like you need it. So fine and spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a dove cookie, baby, get the right spot. Pop it, baby, twist it, darling. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming, ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy, go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it, oh, pop it, baby, twist it, darling. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming, ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy, go ahead and live in it. Swim up in it, oh. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, lie. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. Say I don't want no drill, baby, spray it like you need it. So fine, spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby, come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby, give it all you got. I'm a dove cookie, baby, get the right spot. Yeah, yeah. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. I said keep it running.
Girl, get comfortable. We about to do something you never done before. Baby, not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel like you never felt, girl. All because you let me get unpredictable. Baby, 1 + 1 ain't 2 when you're with me. C ain't after A and B when you're with me. It don't make sense right now, but it will. Later on when you see how I make you feel. Regular ain't in my vocabulary. When it comes to love making, neither is missionary. Positions, girl, pick one. Better yet, some. Never mind that, we trying all the fun. So, girl, get comfortable. We about to do something you never done before. Baby, not the usual. Tonight we getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel, girl, all because you let me get unpredictable. Yeah. I know you're used to dinner and a movie. Why not be my dinner while making the movie? Do you get it? Do you got it? Good. Girl, I knew you would. See what I got over a lot of fellas is that I'm more creative. And soon you will see what I mean. So girl, get comfortable. We about to do something you never done before. Baby, not the unusual. We getting unpredictable. So try to roll with it, baby. I'ma make you feel all you let me.
All aboard the spontaneous express. Nevertheless, always the more. From the pool table to the kitchen floor. Next stop's the G-spot. Luda. I like it too, baby. Let me put a little bit of excitement up in your lifestyle. You gotta know that time's of the essence. I'm talking right now. I can get rid of that headache. What you doing tonight? Some say the sex is overrated, but they just ain't doing it right. I keeps it interesting, baby. Just take them clothes off. I'll be your Tylenol. Just take me till you doze off. Wake you up in the middle of the night and take you to another world. You'll wake up in the morning feeling like another girl.
Lord is flower bound, firefly. When I'm low, she take me high. I can teach you all the sounds of love. Flower bomb, let me guess your favorite fragrance. And you got that bomb. I'm trying that in nature. No disrespecting, baby. Just try and make you smile. Try to keep my spirits up. That's why I lays it down. Try to keep your spirits up. Lil vodka, whatever. Took it forever to get dressed. I acknowledge your effort. So I clap for her. She deserves an applause. Shawty working so hard. She deserves that baton. Shawty, wear your baton. Racing through my mind like she heard that. I got that work. I heard that she been on strike. Care to tell? I read your mind. She been on them dollars first. Caramel macchiatos with Shawty get into work. I can be your boyfriend, be your nigga, or a friend with perks. I'm just trying to work that. They just trying to work your nerves. I'm just trying to read your mind. I'm just trying to feed you mine. I'm just trying to give you light. They just trying to leave you blind. Fantasy. I feel it when you dance with me. It's feeling like you need to be my lady, my baby, yeah. Can't you see? I'm talking about eternity. Tell me, would you care to be my lady, my baby? Flower bomb, can I blow up on your mind? This is not no Sandra Bull, but your potion number 9. Navigating through her eyes, destination to her thighs. And I hate to tell you too much, cause I stay with too much pride. And we way too young to know love. Maybe not, but we don't need no rush. Don't believe in love at first sight, but believe in love at first. Can I be with you just one night? I can wear you out inside. I can tell you like persistence, but I make you come and tries. I just think we need one night. Can't decide if I came right. Easy, baby, my thing tight, but that lotus flower just ain't right. I ain't thinking I ain't right. Can't decide, but I can't fight.
Test.
Baby,
All right. One more time. If we can get all of the VIPs, so if you are an honoree tonight, we really need you in the VIP area. We want to go ahead and get started. So if you are being honored tonight, please meet us in the VIP. Also, we do have a silent auction right outside the doors here. Please take advantage. This is a fundraising opportunity. Let's give back to Millwood Enrichment Foundation. And also take advantage of the photo booth. We've got a 360 and a still. And if you are not being honored, go ahead and take your seat. We are going to get started in about 5 minutes.
Show trying to be stuck in the loop for life. Told myself I wouldn't start my day online. From that shape and how they move. But is it just a distraction? Oh, it drives my soul divine. Ain't built for the player life. Can't give an amazing night to a lady on the side. Want a baby and a tribe. And a niece, calling me Uncle Mike. Family, enemies, and a piece of the pie. Yams are all I know. But is it just a distraction? Or what drives my soul divine? Yeah. Can I get to the end? Sweet, yeah. Show me the way. 'Cause I got bills to pay. Can I get to the end? Sweet, yeah. Show me the way. 'Cause I got bills to pay. Can I get to the end? I know those yams are meant for me. No, but I'm only here for the pure pursuit of the currency. They say yams are the power that be. Well, I need to pay utilities. Tell me, can I get to the end? Can I get to the end? Sweet, yeah. Show me the way. 'Cause I got bills to pay. You ain't gotta say much. I can tell that love means something to you. And when we ain't talking, your thoughts keep telling you you're feeling me too. So why you keep it bottled up? Open, let me show you what I can do. I got nothing to prove. If the pressure too hard, then baby I can turn it loose. It's good times. Tell me, baby, what you waiting on? Your eyes say they don't wanna be alone. I want you. You want me too. Oh. Can I love? Well, I bet ya. Oh. All you gotta do is try. Don't let the moment pass you by. You wanna show me what's inside? I can see it all in your eyes. It's good times. Tell me, babe, what you waiting on? Your eyes say they don't wanna be alone, but you won't find out if you never try. You want my love. Can't find it. You can't find it. Feelings love is bound to time.
Ooh, yeah, the sugar on my tongue so sweet. Now it's a problem, cause I can't get away from you, no, baby. Other times I got my head on right, but this fire inside of me keeps on burning for you, babe. You gon' have to put it out, come and put it out. Cause boy, don't you know that you really turn me on. I think I might be going crazy, baby, but I know what I'm feeling, yeah. Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you can go on me. I know for sure that you're the one. Baby, all I wanna do is vibe with you. I put everything on the side for you, yeah. You're the only one that get the goods for me. You about to see another side of me, yeah. Just keep it 1,000 with me. I'ma keep it real, but you give you something real. They just wanna play around. Let me give you this sweet loving. Boy, don't
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you will find your seats, please, the program will begin. If you will find your seats, please. Thank you.
Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you can call on me. I know for sure that you're the one. Baby, I promise. Baby, I promise. Baby, I promise. Boy, I promise. I know for sure that you're the one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you please would find your seats for us so that we can begin. We are truly excited to be here. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity now to please welcome our 50th awardees as they come through the doors. Let's give them a round of applause. And if you like to, you can stand and show them how much we love them. Millwood's finest.
Get
coming in and are seated, we ask everyone else to please find your seat so that we may begin this program. As we know, we started last night with graduation on honoring our 50th class. And so tonight we will have our gala where we will recognize those of classes from 1972 to today. And we are truly thankful to have this opportunity to be here. We now want to have a video to share with you. As you may notice, there's some gentlemen that have joined me on the stage. And for the video that you have just saw, is of our basketball team, our current famous Falcons. No offense to ours, but they are now our famous Falcons. Let's give them a round of applause. My name is Shannon Hayes. I'm the Director of Operations for Millwood Public Schools. I'm proud to be a part of the Falcon Nation, and I'm thankful to be here tonight with you all to introduce our team. I want to introduce our coaches, and then we'll have one of our players, number 5, who made the greatest decision right now in mankind for us when he passed that ball to that wing. I would like to introduce first our assistant coach, Mr. Chevy Smith. Next, we have Mr. Donald Lewis. Then we have our assistant coach, Mr. Nate Jones. And last but not least, and if you go to the school and don't find the gold ball, Michael Jeffries is the one that has it. The video that you just saw has now over 25 million views. I know. It has been reposted by ESPN and Nike, and even on Twitter over time has hit that as well. They are truly famous. You know, and we've seen that video many times, and every time we see it, just like Mr. Nickens said, it still gives us chills. We are the number 1 team in the state of Oklahoma with 16 state titles. And we have a way of winning because every time we go to the state championship game, we have won 80% of our games. So we are proud to be a part of this legacy. We're proud of these young men. And so what I want to do is to bring up Ricky, number 5, and allow him to introduce to you his teammates.
How y'all doing? Nah, I can't hear y'all. How y'all doing? Nah, that ain't gonna work. I'm a church boy, so when the pastor say amen, everybody say amen. How y'all doing? All right, thank you. Now this my teammates here, you know what I'm saying? They looking good. We got our center, power forward, Kobe Law. We got Mr. 5-star, got all the offers, Jaden Nickens. We got the graduate, state champ, Cradle and Liberty. Mr. Three-Point Man, Jalen Dillard. And our hype man, you know what I'm saying? But now we missing a couple people. Our point guard, one of our leaders, William Mays. And the one that made the huge shot, Bubba Davis. We also have Robert. Carlos Strong, our big man on the boards. Darius Jones. That's about 12. All right, that's it. But on the behalf of the students at Millwood, we like to thank you for the support you have shown our team and our school. As young people, it means a lot to us to have caring adults that were willing to invest in our lives. Seeing 50 famous people who not only look like us, but also attend the same school, and because a success shows us that we can do it. Now, it's a little emotional for me because I have a grandpa. He died, but he'd be here in the stands. Oh yeah, y'all know Prentice Hunt Sr. He's that guy. But I want y'all to have fun. Hold on, make sure ain't no Will Smiths in here. You know, so we don't need to get smacked. But now, I would like to introduce Superintendent and Coach Woods on the stage.
Hi, I'm David Holt, the mayor of Oklahoma City. I wish I could be with you tonight, but I send my most sincere greetings, congratulations, and happy birthday to Millwood High School. In 1972, this community had the unique vision to create Millwood. And over these last 50 years, an incredible legacy has been left behind. Millwood Falcons have become doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs and great athletes and great entertainers and great politicians, great public servants. Everything that this community has needed, Millwood has provided. I'm so grateful as mayor for the incredible legacy of the Millwood Falcons over these last 50 years. And as a proud resident of this city, I'm excited to see what the next 50 years will bring. So congratulations to everyone celebrating this amazing accomplishment this weekend. Happy birthday to Millwood. Thank you to everybody who has made Millwood what it is. I'm so incredibly proud of this legacy. Go Millwood Falcons, and happy 50th anniversary.
Good evening. I am Fred Evans, the principal of the Millwood High School Mighty Falcons. I am proud to be your MC for this evening, and actually, if I would start things the way I really want to start, I'd go, oh, baby. Wait a minute. Y'all sound a little nervous to me. Let me try this one more time. Oh, baby. It's the wood, baby. That's who we are. We're the wood. We're the mighty wood. Again, I'm Fred Evans. Allow me to take this moment to introduce some of our dignitaries in the audience. As I call your name, would you please stand? We have with us tonight State Senator Jason Lowe. State Representative, sorry. State Senator Young. Where is he? I know I saw him. There he is, OT on the right, okay. Dr. Gloria Griffin, former superintendent. Our principals in the house tonight, Miss Candace Green, Hamilton Green, Mila, elementary principal, Miss Green. Miss Lisa Day, our assistant principal at Mila. Our board members here with us tonight, Miss LaToya High, Miss Regina Richardson, over here, excellent. Mr. Marvin Provo, Mr. Milo Wilson, our Vice President of the board, and our board president, the esteemed Mr. Ricky T.L. Hunt, Sr. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to bring to the stage with me tonight my boss, my superintendent, Mrs. Cecilia Robinson Wood, and Coach Gary Wood.
Whew, look at all these beautiful people.
All give yourselves a hand.
Come on,
now.
right,
You're beautiful.
right. Loosen up, loosen up, loosen up. You look amazing. Whew, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has truly been a labor of love. And when we look out into the room, it all paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am Cecilia Robinson Woods. Full disclosure, that is my mother. Oh, and my best friend. So I am fortunate enough to be a Falcon by vocation. And I'm also brave enough to be a Falcon by marriage. I'd like to introduce everyone to my husband, Gary Rainey Woods, class of 1987. So some of you may be thinking, and I know I didn't have the privilege of making all the phone calls to tell you that you've been nominated to be a famous Falcon, but quite a few of you from the reports back were like, me? Famous? I'm not world famous Tony Williams. I don't have my motion picture on in Redbox or on Stars. I don't hang out with Cat Williams. I don't have a boutique in Oakland. But what I will say is all of you have made amazing accomplishments in your own right, and you are the type of people that we want our future 50 famous people to look up to.
That's right.
So one of the things that I learned, now I knew this growing up, and Coach Spears will attest. I was around Millwood a whole lot. I just didn't enroll. It's a long story. Yeah, right. I came alongside. But what I know, even last night, we got the opportunity to hang out with the entertainers for tomorrow night. And as soon as all of the entertainers showed up, all of us that didn't go to Millwood got left out of the conversation. Because it was this whole family environment that those of us on the outside could only go along and kind of giggle to, because we really didn't experience it. So, as a family of Millwood, can you talk to us a little bit about what family at Millwood means?
Man, I tell you what, first of all, you're in the circle now.
Thank you.
I think so congratulations.
After 9 years.
9 years. Well, I'd like to start off by saying that the Millwood School District has always been a place that teaches and cultivates Black excellence. But in these times of negativity, false rhetoric, social media, it's becoming increasingly more important that we, us, all of us, that we step up and we speak the truth and change the narrative. Of course, you know, simply put, yeah, we have the state championships, but the reality of it is this. Millwood is a place that develops champions on the playing field and in life, and the people in Oklahoma City and around the nation need to know and accept that because it's the truth.
Right.
You know, I was outside earlier before we walked in today and bumped into Jenny Carlson. I don't know if any of you all saw her out there. She was here conducting interviews, and I shared with her that in the last 50 years, we boast of having a bunch of doctors, a bunch of lawyers, we have politicians, we have clergymen, clergywomen, we have accountants, entrepreneurs, fashion designers, stylists, educators, philanthropists, executives, and engineers. We've nurtured and we've developed businessmen and women, bankers, We even have ourselves a motion picture filmmaker, CEOs, executive directors, servicemen and women, community leaders, and judges. We have more MDs, PhDs, EEDs, DCs, DDSs than we can even name. And that's just the truth. And I'm not even talking about master's degrees, okay? We're not even gonna go down that road. And then finally, we have our first Division I football coach. We have multiple professional athletes. We have rodeo professionals. We have an Olympic gold medalist. We have two Super Bowl champions, okay? And we have our very own two-time MLB champion sitting, where's Joe at? There he is. And so every last one of these people grew up in the hallways. They put on the blue right there at 6724 MLK Drive. And in reality, when you spend that much time with people that you know and love, that makes us all family. That makes us family. And so like family, we celebrate our successes and good fortune. We uplift one another. We share the good news like weddings, childbirths, professional achievements. But like family, we also suffer through losing loved ones. So before I go any further, I'd like to take a moment and I'd ask for you all to join with me in having a moment of silence to acknowledge our fallen Falcons. Thank you. Because here at Millwood, we recognize that our families are important to our culture, to our identity as a school district, that the board and administrators are currently discussing of creating a place on campus that will be dedicated for our fallen Falcons, so that their families can gather and have a place to come and remember and celebrate the lives of their loved ones. Because here at Millwood, we all understand that a school can be the centerpiece of a community, and there are times where we must simply answer the call, lend a hand, and provide a safe place for our families. So under the leadership of Superintendent Woods and our board, the commitment has been made to our alumni and to our local community that Millwood will continue to be that place that many of our patrons can call home. And we want to make sure that everyone knows and realizes that wherever you go, however far you go, however big you become, that, or whatever you choose to do in life, you can always come back home. And that's from our deepest, deepest hearts.
Thank you, honey. Or Coach Woods, one of them. But let's make no mistake about it. Tonight is about bridging the past Millwood with the future Millwood. Making sure that we make those connections so that our current students get to see who they can become. So you might be thinking, oh my goodness, are y'all gonna call 50 people's names tonight, all right? Because you hear 50 famous, everybody's gotta hear their name called. It's gonna be a long night. Might be a long night, but it won't be because of that. So let me tell you a little bit about the evening. So that wonderful program that you guys received, that big thick book, it's almost like a little telephone book. Yeah, there it is, that's right here. It's a beautiful thing, right? It'll live on forever. It will actually become digital here pretty soon, right after this. So this is a compilation of all of the staff we're recognizing, the families we're recognizing, and everybody's individual bio. You might say this is more than 50 pages. As a teacher, I'm gonna tell you it's because some of you didn't follow directions. And we didn't want to be the person who cut out an important part of your life. We did limit it to 2 pages, but if you follow directions and only got 1 page, I thank you for understanding the assignment, as the kids would say. So This evening's going to be broken up into a couple of eras, and I think hopefully you already know that, awardees. We are going to celebrate our staff and our families first, and then we're going to award by eras. So you all will come on at the stage at the same time. You will have your name called individually, but we won't call everybody out. This is also what we hope somewhat of a relaxed event. So if you don't know, all of the awardees are sitting here at these tables right around the dance floor. When you start looking in that program, there are some really amazing people, and you might just want to shake their hands. So they are here on display so that you can just meet them and say hello. So we want to make sure that you guys understand you can get up, it can flow, you can relax, we're with family, let's have a good time, that's what this is about. But most importantly, we want you to keep in mind that without help from others, the current famous Falcons that are sitting in Millwood may not fly. So we need help tonight to make sure that our Falcons fly. So we know, as teachers that, and as consumers of education, that we can't make it without staff. We can't make it without teachers. We can't make it without principals. We can't make it without board members. We can't make it without paraprofessionals, cafeteria workers, nurses. All of those people are the people that make the world go round. I will tell you, when I am privy to some of those Falcon conversations, I hear a whole bunch of names. And personally, even though Coach Spears was never my personal coach, she took care of me like I played for her all the time. Yeah. She didn't stop the double team when they played me, but she did take care of me. So Gary, you want to talk a little bit about the administrators, the staff that helped you guys and supported you guys throughout this journey?
Well, yeah, you know, the beautiful thing about Millwood is that we've had a lot of stability for a long period of time. We've had the Edgar J. Scotts. We've had the Verl Franklins. We've had the Arnelia Spears, okay? You know, so we had those teachers who year after year faithfully poured into us. And if you take into consideration that when you start school, whether it be first grade or kindergarten, all the way through 12th grade, you're spending most of your time at school under someone else's care. And so it really, truly does take a village to raise a child. And I want to thank the Jeremiah Ollisons and so many other, the Vivian Millers, the Gloria Griffins of the world who came and basically put their arms around us and kept us safe and educated us and poured into us. So again, when you look at that and when you think about that, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room can reflect back on that one teacher, that one administrator, that one coach who made a difference. So right now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend we're in church and I'm the preacher. And you know how the preacher, Pastor Ricky, says, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor?
Neighbor.
All right. On the count of 3, look at the person next to you and please share with them the name of that teacher or that administrator who made a difference in your life. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I can't remember if we do the prayer.
All right. We should be about ready to wrap that up.
And 5,
4,
4,
3, 2, 1. Are we back?
All right.
Thank you very much for sharing that, because based upon the chatter in the room, it was more than one person. And I thank God for every person who got up every day faithfully and walked through those doors and shared their life with me.
And that's a lot for him because Coach Allison, he told me about the SWATs.
Gary, where's my uniform, man?
At this time, we are going to show a brief video that's going to show you the families and the staff members that we're going to award. And so at this time, families and staff members, I think we're taking stage right. I should see somebody, but I don't see somebody to tell me.
Stage right.
Stage right. Families and staff members who are being awarded, if you will line up right over here. And after this video, we will start the awards.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right.
Excellent. Congratulations in advance to all of our awardees. Joining me on stage tonight, oh, by the way, I look pretty good, don't I? Brother looking good tonight, brother looking good. But I tell you what, behind and beside every good-looking brother is a good-looking woman. So right now, my assistants allow me to introduce Miss Simone Thompson. And in just a few minutes, we're going to hear from our national championship cheerleaders at Millwood High School. They will also be joining me to present these next medals. So, as I call your name, would you please come to the stage? Deanna Berry. Narissa K. Berry. Alicia Campbell. Here we are. Diana is not here. Narissa K. Berry. Congratulations to you. And you have a medal. Miss Campbell? Miss Campbell? Campbell. Dr. Waleed Clark. Jardina Fowler Daniel. She's here. Okay. Jardina? Here we are. Doctors. Okay. And as she's making her way, Daryl Franklin. Deborah Jenkins. Freddie Moore, Top Cat. Jeremiah Ollison. Francis Percival. Kevin Perry. Marvin Provo. Edgar Scott. Arnelia Spears. Al Quentin Steele, Sr. Sylvester Steele. David Threet.
Hold up, just let him get a minute.
They should all up top run alphabetically. Oh, yeah. Allison. Miss Percival. Scott.
Superintendent, can you just not call my? I will not say your name anymore tonight, Coach Spears. Coach Spears. Coach Spears.
Yeah, you do.
Senior. Okay. All right. And we're ready. Donovan Woods, Gary Woods, and Rashawn Woods. I called him. I thought it was him. Marvin Provo. Edgar Scott. He's already here. And who is this? Okay. 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 And those are the ones I have by name. Deborah Jenkins. Sharifa Smith.
No, she's family. The Clark family.
Okay. Is there any more in the wing?
Yes.
As our awardees are exiting the stage, we'd like to have Pastor Ricky T.L. Hunt Sr. to come to the stage to bless the food. I'm trying to figure out.
Is this you?
Testing. Could we bow our heads as we bless the food tonight? Father, how we love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you so much for this time of fellowship and time of fun and laughter. Be with us tonight. We bless this food that we are about to receive. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now, as we continue to consume our meal, I'm always honored and pleased to have our young people, our students at Millwood, to showcase their talents and who they are and what they are for Millwood. You want to flip the stage? Before the performance, we'll take a brief intermission. We'll flip the stage, and then I will be with you in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
Can I get the beginning? talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. Say yeah, we did together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave, you go by. Yeah, if you leave, I go stroking your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want need to me. I just wanna let you know. Hope every day you don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Baby, baby, everybody's the same. No one loves you like that. No one wants you the same way. Love till the morning. My head wants to turn from your loving. I just wanna get you beside me. Give me all you need. Give me all you need. Give me all you. Give me all you need. Give me all you need. Give me all. Make I give you all you need. Every touch you need. Give you all. Make I give you all you need, baby. Yeah. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Girl, I want you there. Promise to treat your love fair. Whoa, 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 whoa. When we touch, I will connect. Whoa, 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 whoa. Say this love, I know regret. Whoa, whoa,
Let's have sex, but not without the foreplay. Okay, cool. But not without the first date. Okay, cool. But not before I have to wonder if you let me in. If I walk you to your doorway. Let's have sex, but not without the sprees, babe. Okay, cool. Not without the vacation. No.
it's the way it goes. Why don't this feel right? Tryna put you in the light. It's the way it goes. I don't say goodnight. I'm tryna fuck you on time. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But these days I'm thinking, baby, we should fuck again. I'm trying to meet you in Vegas and try my luck again. All your friends say you ain't really in love with him. Started off the hand and now I'm off the throne. Had to switch it up, I had to hit your phone. Can you picture us posted on the wall? Can you picture us posted on the wall? I put her to sleep and she woke up like that.
All right. Great time to visit. If we could take our seats, please. We enjoyed our visit, ladies and gentlemen. If you will take your seats, please. I know as a former teacher, I should probably say, if you can hear my voice, clap once. I know many of us know what that means. Used to say we raise our hand to get everybody's attention. So ladies and gentlemen, if you would take your seats, please. Thank you. Yeah. All right. At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, and welcome back to the 50th Gala for Millwood High School. So then, at this time, I am pleased to introduce to you our cheerleaders from Millwood High School. But before they start their cheer, let me tell you just a couple of things about them. They are 3-time national championship cheerleaders. Yes, give them a hand. Now, that was the good part. The great part is they are also the once-time grand national cheerleaders. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I present to you Millwood High School cheerleaders.
You're gonna come over. All right. All righty. At this time, we are going to we're going to start our little couch interviews, and we're going to have a short conversation with Mr. Joe Carter. Mr. Joe Carter, you want to come to stage?
As he comes, I tell you what, I Googled Joe, and man, it was impressive. 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, 2 times World Series champion, 5-time MLB All-Star, and Mr. Walk-Off Home Run hitter himself, Mr. Joe Carter. How you doing, Joe? Good.
All right. You want to grab that mic right there?
These mics. So this is the fun part of the program for me, because everyone who's going to get interviewed tonight, they're going to be asked the same 3 questions.
Oh, so I get to go first.
You get to go first,
okay.
so you're breaking ice.
Okay.
And in addition to that, we're going to hear a little bit about your story. So, first question, what grade did you come to Millwood?
I came here in 2nd grade. So that was in, what was that, yeah, I can't even add that quick. 1966 was my first year here.
1966.
Yes.
Do you remember your 2nd grade teacher's name?
I remember, let's see, Mrs. No, I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not.
All right. Favorite Millwood teacher?
Favorite Millwood teacher? Can that go from 2nd grade on
all
up?
the way up.
Well, I always had a great time with Mrs. Effinger. She was on the yearbook staff.
Mrs.
A lot of
Effinger.
people know her. But I can go back as far as my 4th grade teacher, and her name was Mrs. Renegard.
Renegade.
Yes, because she instilled in us a great value, and she loved teaching, and we loved learning. So she was always enthusiastic about learning, and we had a great time. So I had a great time back then in fourth grade.
Favorite Millwood memory?
Well, they talk about, 16 years as state champions in basketball. Well, look, in 1976, we were the first ones to do it back in 1976. So it would have to be the first state championship that Millwood Falcons ever had, and that was in 1976 with Coach Terry Evans, guys like Brian Jackson, Don Willis, Frank Moore. We had a great time. So bringing home that first state championship, and I'm glad to see that it is still evolving. 16 years, 16 championships. Hey, we need about 50 more. Let's go.
And somebody just said it was Terry Evans Senior.
Yes.
Senior.
Yeah.
Eddie Evans.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Eddie Evans. Eddie Evans. Terry was our little ball boy, and he he was a shooter back then at 10 years old too.
He's now Terry Evans Senior.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I've heard the stories. You graduated from Millwood, and you signed a football scholarship to attend Wichita State University. And then I'm going to shut up and let you tell the story, because fill us in between from the time you left Millwood to that day in 1993 when you hit the game-winning home run in the World Series for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, going back, I always wanted to play, coming up in high school, playing football, baseball, basketball, even did track my last year as a senior. I was an athlete who wanted to play every sport. And going to college, I knew that I wanted to play at least football and baseball, two sports in college. University of Oklahoma talked about me coming there, but then they were not going to let me play baseball. And I said, no, I have to play baseball, because I know that is the sport that I'm going to excel at and be successful at. And Wichita State, it just so happens that Gene Stevenson, who was at University of Oklahoma, was signed by Wichita State as the head baseball coach. And so, being a good football player, I got a chance to kind of work a deal where I could go there, play football, and then also play baseball, and didn't have to worry about playing spring football. And as I went there, I said I would play 2 years of football, 2 years of baseball, and then make a decision, because, playing two sports in college is pretty tough. After my first year, football, I became an All-American in baseball my first year, freshman year. And I said, you know what, it's time for me to not worry about football and stick to baseball. And from that point on, I focused strictly on baseball. And it was, at that time, my third year as a junior. I was a College Player of the Year in 1981. I was the first three-time All-American at Wichita State. And I happened to be drafted. In fact, the first two guys picked in the draft, two guys were from Oklahoma. Mike Moore, who went to Oral Roberts, was from Eakley, Oklahoma, and I was the second pick that year. So it propelled me, it got me ready for professional baseball, and,
The rest is literally history.
Yeah, the rest is literally history, yes.
Yes.
So the Silver Sluggers Award, can you kind of explain that award? That popped up when I was doing my research preparing for this interview.
Well, every year they will announce American League and National League, and so they'll take the top player at each position, and if you're so nominated or receive the award, that means you were top at your position. So the 2 years was my first 2 years in Toronto, I believe 91, 92, that I received, or 92, 93, I received the Silver Slugger Award, which is just excellent in driving in runs.
Right.
And the main thing is, with every athlete has a purpose. Every athlete, as I call it, stay in your lane, know what you're best at doing, and I was best at hitting a few home runs and driving the runs in. That was my job, and I think I did it pretty good.
Definitely. So if you could kind of summarize, if you will, how your life as a Falcon kind of prepared you for the next level, What attributes do you say you took with you from there?
You know, the one thing that I look back on my high school and even, you know, growing up, and you said it best when you said it takes a village to raise an individual. And I am so proud and honored at this time because everywhere I went, it was Joe Carter Millwood High School. I mean, that was my foundation. And when they talk about the state championships in basketball, in football, you know, everywhere I went, that's what we talked about. And that was the pride that we had. And so the competition that we had here, it was fierce. I mean, we go from playing football the next day, and we had the same guys that play football playing basketball, and then playing baseball, running track. And so there was a competition amongst ourselves. And we propelled each other to get better and better, and it is still happening now because they say iron sharpens iron, and that's exactly what we did. So it got me ready to face, you know, the 16 years I played in the major leagues, to winning those world championships. I remember in ninth grade, I hit a game-winning shot with 2 seconds left in the game, and how everybody went wild. I said, you know what? I like this feeling. And so every time the game was on the line, I wanted to be up there.
Wow.
And that helped me during the World Series because a lot of people will get nervous. It was like Bubba, you know, saying, hey, trust me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the same way that when the game's on the line, I want to be the guy at the plate.
That's awesome.
Because I have the confidence in my ability, and I got that from growing up here and being pushed by all these individuals that are here, and I'm still pushed today because I want to be the best, and that was the situation that I always wanted to be in. Game on the line, I want to be the guy.
All right.
You know, Joe, the last time I saw you, we were, you know, we had the grand opening of the Joe Carter Field on the campus of Millwood High School, that brand new facility, which, by the way, a little birdie told me it might be getting some additional upgrades. But can you share with us, what does Millwood mean to you?
The baseball coach.
You know what? Coming back and having an honor bestowed upon you like that, I mean, it's mind-blowing. It really is. Where you grew up at, in your hometown, and my wife and I, we drove by today, and we dropped some stuff off for the auction and some cards for Superintendent Woods there. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? We got to go back and take a picture where it said Joe Carter Field. And it is something that I'm probably more proud of than the World Series because it means so much to be accepted in your hometown and your school where you came from. So it's about a legacy, and I'm very proud to have always represented at Millwood. Wherever I went, whatever I did, I'll always be a Falcon for life.
Wow.
All right. Well, and I'll tell you, the Carters are a family that it's a gift that keeps on giving.
That's right.
There's a lot of Carters out there.
There's a lot of Carters out there. And we have a current Carter, who Cameron, who made, I think it was All-District this year in baseball.
As a freshman.
Yeah, as a freshman.
That is my nephew's son, Lamarck. So, you know what? It's a lot of talent. But you know what? It just goes to show, even the whole city here, the Northeast side, there are a lot of great athletes that have come up through Millwood High School. And it's all because of the legacy that we have provided here and the teachers, the coaches that we have, and the history that we have. This is something, 50 years of excellence, and you know what? It's going to continue on, and we're going to have a lot more champions.
All right. Thank you
Ladies
so
and
much.
gentlemen,
All right,
our very own Mr. Joe Carter.
Thank you. And now we will have the introduction of our first era of 50 Famous Falcons. I can't remember the years because Fred has them written down. There he is. He'll tell you the years.
Our first era, I am excited and pleased to announce the 50 famous honorees who set the expectations of greatness during the first era, 1976 to 1980. Honorees are
They'll play it.
Oh.
It'll say up there. Just say play the film. Go ahead and
Oh, play the tape.
Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock, I should have made you leave your key.
Excellent. If you don't have your dance shoes on after that, I don't know. That makes you pulls it out of you. All right, we will start with our awardees. Don Willis. Joe Carter. Lorenza Andrews. Brett Anderson. Dr. Brett Anderson. I didn't. Dr. Denise Baker Wall. Jesse Langston. Joe Davis. This next award is given posthumously, but receiving on his behalf, Greg Morgan is his sister, Miss Jacqueline Morgan. Rodney Harding. That's another group. It's not on the list. He's not on this list. Okay. Excellent. And Mr. Freddie Moore. to introduce the video? Big Mike? You ready to introduce the video? You won't introduce. Superman Coach takes stage. So now we're ready for era 2.
Second era.
Yeah. Okay. Our second era, we'd like to ask Chop to please come to the stage, Mr. Vero Franklin.
Right here. While Coach Franklin is joining us on stage, I want to make sure that we give a big congratulations, or I should say a thank you, to our honoree, Mr. Jesse Langston, who provided the wine on the table for the honorees. Thank you, Mr. Langston. I also want to take this time to say, if you have not visited our silent auction, please do so. For all of you that attended Millwood but never got a championship ring, you know who you are. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. There is a limited edition 50th anniversary ring for sale out there. There will only be 50 available. So they're available tonight, and after tonight, if 50 go, then there will be no more. There are also lots of Millwood original swag out there. And remember, this is all about kids, so please visit the silent auction. And welcome, Chop.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you this mic right here.
Okay.
All right. Now I want to see how many people are gonna talk while Chop is talking. Get him, Chop.
16 combined basketball and football state championships, 600 plus wins as a head basketball coach. "45 years of faithful service." That says that's a lot right there.
That's a lot right there with nothing else.
You and Coach Spears for sure, and
I'm
Coach
sorry.
Allison.
Can we get a close up on that ring? Where's that championship ring?
So,
Pretty. Oh, they're getting a close up on your ring. Look at that.
so one of the things I love so much about sitting down with you, Coach Franklin, is letting you tell us the story about how it all came about. And so I'll start off by basically stating that you were a graduate of Douglas High School. You graduated and you graduated.
It was 45 years. Tough crowd.
But you graduated and you went to Lincoln University at Jeff City, Missouri, played Troyland football, and then you graduated. And while you were there, of course, you pledged the Bloody Mu chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Oh, and by the way, you started all that too. And then take us from there in terms of how you ended up at Millwood and how the legend began.
Actually, it's the same story. I was looking for a job. As soon as I got graduated from Lincoln University, I was looking for a job, and my sister, my baby sister, was a student at Millwood, and we had just moved into Millwood's district several years before, and told Leotis Robinson, Coach Robinson, my brother's looking for a job. And Leotis said, well, come on up. Tell him to come on up here, and we'll see what's up. And so I came up, and the rest is history from that point on. We started out, I was fortunate, I was blessed. I still say it's divine providence. I was blessed to be under some great coaches and mentors, administratively, staff-wise, head coaches under Leotis Robinson and Dub Raper, the late Dub Raper, and Eddie Evans, and those were some great coaches, outstanding coaches. And I played under one at Lincoln University, Dwight T. Reed, who the stadium's named after. I played for him, and he was an outstanding coach. And then Coach Burns at Douglas, who was a killed in the Murrah building bombing, was another great coach as far as building young men and taking care of his boys. He really believed in that. And all of us, I think half the teams that senior year ended up getting scholarships. 2 or 3 of them went to OU. Some went to Langston. I went to Lincoln University. So he was going to make sure we were taken care of. But anyway, I digress. He, from there, we won one. Joe talked about it in '76 in basketball, and won another one under Eddie Evans, great, outstanding coach. He left, and then it was on me, and really it was having great assistant coaches, first great administrators, people on the board, Miss Percival, and John Carruthers, and it was just some really solid people on that board that were really going for Millwood. Then L.W. Good and just on and on. I can go on and on. Then Ron Lowry being coaching with him, and George Wagner and those people just made it easy for me to learn. Now, I had to work, right? Some of y'all don't know that we had to stay up late nights, 3 and 4 in the morning, trying to game plan and get things together and run tape and films back. It is not the way it is today. I talked to my son, and shoot, they got it easy, and
By the way, who is your son?
I think his name is Darwin.
My
beloved son. Yeah, he's a great person, beautiful person. I'm so proud of him.
He's also my favorite head football coach.
All right. But we were able to get things established and get things rolling, and most of all, probably the biggest thing about the legacy there are the parents, and then of course you can't knock the athletes. Some of those running backs, and I'm always teasing Coach Franklin. Listen, we were 3 deep in running backs back in the day. Any one of those 3 kids would come off that bench and give you 100 yards. We had Switzer. We'd hang a half 100 on you in the first 2 quarters. And the game was over. We put it down. We couldn't do anything because we put the third team backs in, and shoot, they'd run for 100 yards. They'd go. So we had an outstanding group of kids, and they paid the price at the beginning from the stories that I've been told. I think they went to Cassidy one year, that first 9th grade group that turned high school. Went to Cassidy and lost by 60. Came back, they were broken hands and broken arms and fingers, and so they paid a price to get to the point where they were by the time we hit it in the 70s, in the early 70s. But the first 2 years we were there, we went to the finals in football and lost. Probably one team we beat during the regular season and lost in the finals, and then came back and did the same thing with Beggs. Now, that's a different story because they're running wishbone, and some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. They're running wishbone, and the whole backfield was on the relay team, state champion relay team. So we had a rough time. We had some speed too, but not like that. They got to step on us, and it was over. So we had some outstanding athletes, though. There's no doubt about it. And we also had some great, great parents. I'm sure Prof. Scott will say something about that when he get up, because that band booster club was powerful. It was a powerful, powerful group in the day. And athletics was right behind it. Girls athletics was probably, as far as parents are concerned, were probably stronger than the boys to a great degree. So we had some outstanding people, outstanding coaches, outstanding administrators, and it was quite easy just to lay them back to back like that. I think we hit 4 in a row. I think the only schools that had done that, and probably still in that area, is Star, Booker T, and us that have won 4 state championships in a row. And we did it at the Wood, so we have a great legacy, And I was looking at these guys that were standing up here 76 through 80. I can't remember. I can tell you the 90s now, but I can't hardly remember the 70s, But they were great, great people. They were outstanding people, and I'm just so proud of them. I think 3 of those guys were great students, They were 3.7, 3.6 students. They were some tough kids. That team that was ranked in the nation, the basketball team that was ranked in the nation, I think everybody on that first five had over 3.5. Terry Evans and all of them had a 3.5, 3.4 average. And Hopgood was probably the lowest, and he had a 2.8, 2.9. You know, so.
Hopgood don't appreciate you putting his business out there. I'm just saying, I graduated in 90, so I consider that my class. I'm going to take up for Hopgood, all right? I'm going to take up for Hopgood. Michelle, I got him, all right?
You know I love him like a son. He know what's up. Yeah, but it's quite easy. It was kind of easy. I was blessed to come to a situation where it was predominantly all black, and I had wanted that kind of situation since I was a kid, 13 years old. I had a thing where I wanted to help my people at the grassroots level, and coming up in the 60s, and was able to do so when I got to Millwood. Yeah.
Coach Franklin, I have one last question for you, and you know, you have 45 years, but you co-labored with the Edgar J. Scotts, the Arnelia Spears, the Jeremiah Ollisons, and many others. Can you talk about what it meant for you to be a part of a core team of educators that ushered through many, many years of Millwood High School students, and what it meant to you to have such a great working relationship with those very, very stable and dedicated educators that you saw each and every day you walked in those doors?
I think you hit it, Coach, was that they were stable. You know, they wanted to be there. Yeah. They came from, and I say small towns, you know, quote unquote, like Scott and Spears, and they knew what it meant to affect the lives of students and be close-knit. It had some others too that were great, and some didn't stay that long, but they were so effective and so talented as far as education is concerned. I also had some outstanding, and still Dr. Griffin and Ms. Woods, and still have some outstanding administrators too. So we've just been able to carry it on and to be effective working together, because there are times when Spears was so hot, and I'm trying to talk to her. I'm about in tears, about ready to commit suicide, about ready to commit carry with somebody. But we all stayed with each other and worked with each other, and was quite successful in doing so.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the good Dr. Verl K. Franklin.
Thank you.
If we could roll the second era video, please.
All the way down. No sleep last night. Been dreaming of you. Please hold me tight, 'cause I can't love the way that I feel. You're the one for me. I'm in love and I won't lie. She's my girl and always on my mind. She gives me her love and a feeling that's right. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from the start, I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine. Remember when we held on in
And now, I'm excited to introduce our second era recipients from the 1982 to 1987. We'll begin with Tony Williams, Mickey Green, Dana West, Raymond Kemp, Dr. Bernard Rohn, Terry Evans, and Waylon Cubitt. And Terry Evans. He's not here. Not here. Okay. He's not here. Not here. Not this year.
Hello? All right. I just want you to know that one of those gentlemen up here on the stage is the only one who has guarded a president. If you can figure it out, he looks like Obama's stunt double. I know his name. His name is Dana West II, over there, our own resident Secret Service agent. And now we will hear from our Enrichment Foundation Board and our board president and vice president. Yep.
Need both of them. Falcon family, what's up with it? Y'all doing good? I said, are y'all doing good? Throw your hands in the air. All right, ladies say, yeah. Fellas say, oh, yeah. Now wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. If you're ready to rock with the Falcons, somebody say, oh, yeah.
Peace out.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you can't give Les Thomas a mic and not expect to get hyped. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a good time. We want to make sure y'all are looking lovely. Ladies, you are looking lovely. Fellas, you are looking so handsome. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you graduated in the 70s, let me hear you make some noise. If you graduated in the 80s, let me hear you make some noise. If you graduated in the 90s, let me hear you make some noise. If
you graduated from 2000 to 2010, let me hear you make some noise. Anyone from 2011 and up, let me hear you. Anyone?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, y'all remember when we played the other school on MLK? I think they was down the street. I'm not gonna say their name and I don't wanna be disrespectful. But you know, every second game of the year, we say Soul Bowl. All right, we gotta say it again, because it's only one school that's for real on MLK, in my mind, Soul Bowl. Here we go. Make some noise for our president and vice president. Yeah.
Bring it talk. Hey, hello, they know, hello.
Good evening, everyone. So, I know you guys have seen the Millwood Enrichment Foundation written on all kinds of stuff tonight. I'm Latrice Langston, and I am the president of the Millwood Enrichment Foundation. I am also Millwood class of 1994. So I am very honored to serve. Shut up. I am very honored to serve as the president of the foundation. I know many of you are not aware of the foundation. The foundation was actually founded in 1983. Yes, it's been around that long. We are a 501c3, so any money that you donate to us is tax deductible. So, what we do is support and enhance the educational experiences of our staff, our students, and our community. We give teacher grants, we give scholarships, we do all kinds of stuff. So, with that being said, we would like to give everyone in this room an opportunity to donate. I mean, who does not want to give back to the school that made them famous? Come on now. So when we started this, we talked about each class donating $1,000. Class of 94, did we meet our goal? Yeah, we did. And then some. Milo, what class are you?
Is this mic hot? Hello, everyone. My name is Milo Wilson, the class of 1991.
94.
Where my 9-1s at? Okay. That's all the 9-1s I got in here? Okay, I'm just checking. Ricky?
We got some 9-8s in here.
It's two of y'all too?
It's two of us.
Two of y'all too?
That sounds like more than two. You was two. I think we got three. All right.
So you can give.
I got it from here. I got it.
You can give. Nah, you can have it. Go ahead.
We started a class challenge that should have went out to each one of you 50. Each class had a responsibility to bring a minimum of $1,000, and that was per class. I am here to personally call out several of you, starting by class, but I'm gonna start with the best class, because not only did our class pledge our $1,000, we sponsored the class of 2020 for their $1,000. Hello, 9-1. Told you we was here.
We here too. 94. All 5 of y'all stand up.
Both, not 5.
No, it's 5 of us here. Now where they are, I don't know, but they here. And we did collect our money. But tonight, what we gonna do, y'all? Trey, where you at? Come on, brother, what we got? We gonna put this Cash App code on the screen. All right, I got 500. You got 500. So we hit our 1,000 tonight too.
What about the baby class?
What about the baby class? The baby class can have that first 1,000.
Adopted class.
The baby class can have that first 1,000.
Thank you for giving your 1,000.
You're welcome.
Pastor, what you got?
Now we through playing games. Now we need your support. We need for you to take out your wallets, your checkbooks, and all of that. We got a code on the screen for you technology people that don't bring your wallets and stuff with you. We got the Cash App. We hitting you from both eras. So please, we need. And one thing about it is that this fund is going to the Enrichment Foundation to help support our district. So we need you to come and give your best that you can give to support the Enrichment Foundation.
I was just informed that we have cheerleaders that are walking the room with your initial pledges. The first 50 that pledge, I don't know if we had a limit, but the first 50 that pledge, there's a commemorative pin that you will be given on the spot. It's only 50. It's only 50. Where's Keisha? Where's Merlin? Merlin, please come here. Jackson.
Cash App.
To Mama.
We will take checks as well. Just hold them up. Hold them up.
Hold them up high. Can we turn the lights up? Thank you.
All right.
Rashawn Woods. Rashawn Woods, where you at?
He right there. Oh, I see you got
Rashawn, what you got for me?
All right.
Cheerleader, where we at? Raise your phone up, Rashawn. Michael Eugene Shelton. Michael Eugene Shelton, where are you? I don't see your phone in there. Looking for your donation, brother. Thank you, T. Cherie. Thank you, Tashayla. Sherry Monet, I see your hand in the air. That's 3 9-1s. I don't know where y'all at, but that's 3 9-1s in a row. Hands. Where we at? Ricky?
I don't see no hands over here on this side.
I see people holding their phones up, taking pictures. Oh, okay.
I go on and on.
Come on and dig.
How it lasts so long.
And when you have it, come on and raise the phone up so we know that you have given. So the cheerleaders can give you your pen.
And for the last 300 months, I made 16 albums with me on the front, and they bump. Where you get your beats, I heard 93 rappers say like me. 2 singers and 10 comedians, and I'm still gonna yell it every time you see me in. What's my favorite word? Why they gotta say it like short? You know they can't play on my court, can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. It's like candy. I can feel it when you walk. Even when you talk, it takes over me. Yes, I'm dandy.
Hey, y'all. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but the cheer that Fred started us off with was originated by no other than our 2 mama, Miss Marilyn Jackson. She knows how to get the crowd what I need it to be. Can we hear your famous cheer, dear?
I'm not sure if I really wrote this. I think I Googled it and then put my spin to it. I don't know. Oh, baby. It's the wood, baby. Oh, baby. It's the wood, baby. It's the wood, baby. It's the wood, baby. Okay, so that's me. That's all I do. I'll yell loud. How y'all doing? Ooh, y'all look so good. I love my black people. I didn't go to Millwood, but all my children did. So it's all good. I know. I went to John Marshall, you know. Oh, well. Oh, well. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, guys. My daughter's about to die over there. I'm going to tell you which one's mine, right there.
Come home late, it seems you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some. Smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there where you came from. Day to day, with you it's always something else. Working my nerve, God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through. Cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, I heard it all before. All of your lies, all of your sweet talk. Baby this, baby that. But your lies ain't working now. Now, look who's hurting now. I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Play the fool for. I was your fool. I believed in you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I don't want your man, cause I got it like that. But it ain't even gotta be like that. Your man, he be calling me back. He say I'm fine, and a matter of fact. He asks how I do that fit my jeans over baby fat. Listen, I don't know the type of tricks he playing, but I should warn you, I don't want your man. I understand why you wanna try, make him stay home late at night. But if he wanna go, he'll be gone, no lie. I can't explain how
You guys can continue to give throughout the evening. You can continue to give throughout the weekend. You can actually continue to give in perpetuity. But we are going to move on to the next segment. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just informed that the class of 1997. Oh, I'm sorry. 87. 87 has $1,000.
Class of 1991 just got another 500.
That's hot. And when they play it in the car, they gon' drop their tops like, damn, that's hot. They gon' mix it with Biggie, it was all a dream. Like, damn, that's hot. Me and Keisha gon' stop till the tick don't talk.
That's no problem. The illustrious class of 1993 is a total of 1,500.
Say that one more time, Mr. Harrison. Class of 1993 has just pledged 1,500.
So all my girls be eyeing scenes, coming backstage, dying to get pleased. You got me, I rock with Versace and linen, while you spot me grinning with a bunch of foxy women. While you speedball with
All right. As we continue to collect funds, as we continue, we are ready to insert our next video for Era 3, the third era.
You,
felt so free. When I first met her, said she blew my mind. My friends think I'm crazy, they think I'm a fool. Cause the girl treat me bad, she treat me just right.
Drummer, music hitting your heart, cause I know you got soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing. Hey, giving what you're getting. Knowing what I knowin'. While the black band's sweating. In the rhythm I'm rolling. Gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power.
From the moment I saw you, I went out of my mind. Oh, I never believed in love at first sight. But you got a magic, boy, that I just can't explain. Deep in the heart, love has many ways of touching your emotions, taking control of you. And even in thought, love can make you change. There's no way of controlling love when it's part of you.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job, had second hands. Moms bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shallon Land. A young youth, you're rocking the go-to. Low goose, only way I begin to G-York was loot. And let's start it like this, son. Rolling with this one and that one. Pulling out.
All right. All right, we are back.
I think that's still the class of 91 over there yelling. Oh, yeah, okay.
Where's Milo at? Milo, get your people now.
well, this is class of 91.
Well, that's right. That's right. That's right.
All right, people at the bar. People at the bar.
5, 4,
We'll be
3, 2,
They're not
1.
gonna
All right. She has been called a cultivator and curator of fashion and design. She's been featured in Vogue magazine and Harper's Bazaar. She's the founder and owner of the McMullen Boutique in Oakland, California. Please help me welcome Miss Sherry McMullen. McMullen. First of all, thank you for coming back home. You've come a long way to be here with us.
Always. This is home for me, so it's great to be here. Thank you.
Good deal. So, icebreaker questions give you an opportunity to kind of share with the crowd. What grade did you come to Millwood?
Kindergarten.
Oh, you're a lifer.
I'm a lifer.
Lifer.
Yes. There are a lot of lifers here in my class.
The lifers here, yeah.
All right. Favorite Millwood teacher or administrator?
It's a hard one because there are so many. There's so many, but you know, Mrs. Eves, right? Mrs. Bobo, Mrs. Thomas.
Yep.
But you know, Mr. Scott. There's so many. But I remember when Mr. Otendahl, he really embraced Otendahl, right? So he really embraced me with this passion that I had for numbers and math. And he really worked with me and put me in this sort of independent studies class. And I had just really great memories of that. So many great memories of Millwood, but he really embraced me in something that I was really great at. I didn't know it at the time. I was like counting when I was young. but he saw something really special in me, and he encouraged me to do something with that skill. Yeah.
That's awesome. Favorite Millwood memory?
Oh boy.
That you can tell in public, right? No.
Shout out to 91. Also, shout out to my family.
Yeah.
The McMullen clan, who also went to Millwood from kindergarten through 12th grade. Okay, so favorite memory. There were so many special moments, but something came to mind just recently, and I realized that, okay, in 91, we actually won the championship for football that year, men's basketball, and then we were the runner-up for women's basketball.
Wow.
All in a year.
Yeah.
And then in track, I ran track. We went to state that year. So that was really special in 91. Yeah.
That's awesome. Year of championships.
Yeah, a year of championships.
Awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
So you graduated from Millwood in 1991.
Yes.
And of course now you're like all over, the fashion magazines, and of course, you're the stylist for NBA superstar Steph Curry. And so we've been hearing a lot about that. But tell us about, from the time you left Millwood to you becoming an entrepreneur and a stylist, and as, quite honestly, famous as you are, fill the gaps and kind of fill us in on your story.
Yeah, sure. So after I graduated from Millwood, I went to a school in Denton, and then my sophomore year, I ended up going to the University of Oklahoma, where I studied accounting and business. And at that time, I was really thinking about what I wanted to do. I was really good in numbers and business, and it's something that my father encouraged me to do and really pursue. But it wasn't like tugging at my heartstrings. I knew that I wanted to do something more creative, and I had worked in retail when I was in high school. At 16, I was working at Express and in Oklahoma City, and I knew I wanted to get back into that space, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. So once I graduated, I moved to Dallas, and I was working in accounting, but I was still thinking about, well, how can I get into fashion? How can I still do this? So I was working, retail on the weekends, my 9 to 5 in accounting, and then at the end of the night, I would go and I would work until 9 p.m. in fashion, working in sales, and then on the weekends. And then I discovered that there was a program that actually taught you about buying. Growing up in Oklahoma, I didn't grow up in New York where you were just exposed to different parts of the industry. And so I knew that I wanted to do something sort of behind the scenes and figure out, how did product get into the stores? And so I ended up going through this program at Neiman Marcus, and I found my love for buying and expressing the creative side, but also having that business side of it as well. Worked there for a while, and then ended up moving to California, and I fell in love with the Bay Area. And I was working at another corporation and thinking, okay, is this really what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue to grind and hustle and, work my butt off, learn everything that I can. But I started writing my business plan at that time. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to create something for myself. I had decided at this point I was going to be in California. I'd fallen in love with California. But I wanted to create something for myself and for my family. At the time, I didn't have my son there, but I knew that it was going to be something for myself.
Yeah.
And I ended up opening McMullen in 2007. We're celebrating 15 years this year.
Wow. That's awesome.
15 years, thank you. But I wanted to create something, I was in this space for a long time. I was working in high fashion, and I was traveling, and I was doing something, but I was like, God, I'm the only one, who looks like me in this space. And there were so few people, and I thought, I'm going to create a business where I can create opportunities for people who look like me. So when I was writing my business plan, I was like, okay, I'm in Oakland. I want to make sure that I am supporting Black and brown designers and emerging designers, you know, and today we are the largest company supporting those brands in the luxury space.
That is amazing. That is so amazing.
Thank you.
That is so
And
awesome.
it's something that I am so passionate about because, you know, it's something that I've always wanted to do, but to know that we're actually like making an impact in this industry that, you know, for so long has felt really exclusive. And I'm like, no more of that. You know, the industry shouldn't feel so exclusive when we know that Black consumers are spending billions of dollars on product and yet not recognized.
Right.
So that's where we are today.
Well, and talk a little bit about why exposure is so important. You talked about how you fell in love with the Bay Area, and in Oklahoma, you know, I don't know any boutiques that that are owned by Black women that exclusively carry products by Black and brown people. Yeah. Talk about exposure and how important that is, and how we make a way for the next generation.
Yeah, that's you know, that's a great question. So I met a young woman tonight, actually, who has a boutique. She has her boutique for 3 years in Edmond, and she's a Black woman.
Hey!
Right? So that was, yes, there she is.
Yay,
so we met today, and we're going to keep in touch, and we're going to talk about all the things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, when I was creating my space, I was like, you know, there are no Black mannequins.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I had mannequins painted.
Wow.
My skin shade through, you know, 4 different skin shades. I decided that I was going to create a space where Black women and men could come into this space and they could see themselves. So we have pictures of my family along the wall, my family from Oklahoma and Seminole, and my grandmother and my aunts and my mother, who inspired me my entire life, seeing them in fashion, but they inspired me in business. Like my mother was an entrepreneur, she was a hard worker, she, you know, my parents and my family taught me so much about, you know, following my passion. I was the youngest of 6, so they really encouraged me.
Right.
But to your question, like representation is so important, and it is something that we have to keep talking about and pushing for in every industry. It's something that I will certainly push for in the fashion space until we have more designers, more buyers, more entrepreneurs who look like me and who are also creating space for other people who look like me.
Right.
That is the goal.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I got to ask.
Okay, I need you to know he did all this homework, and he said, I have the athletic questions. You can have Sherry. And you see who's asking all the questions.
Hey, she got me fired up because, you know.
It's pretty awesome.
But it's pretty awesome. I mean, I did not understand just how significant, you know, your achievements were because, you know, I don't really like do the fashion thing. I'm a sports guy. But then when the sports and the fashion came together and you working with Steph Curry, I'm like, man. So I got to find out, what's the story behind that?
He's actually asking, can you dress him at his first home game?
Yes. So I started working with the Curry family. So I've known them for over a decade. Aisha, she came into the store. This is before our children, and this was a decade ago. And she was really starting her career in the chef space. And we developed a friendship. And I started working with her professionally and just dressing her for events and, you know, her cookbooks and things that she was doing. And then we really just developed a friendship and a relationship because I saw her, you know, wanting to create a name for herself in the space of wellness and food and entertainment. And then I was, you know, obviously introduced to Stefan through Aisha. And we started working together actually just this February. I had done some styling with him through her magazine, Sweet July. So I was really comfortable working with him. But in February, we decided that we were going to work together to highlight Black designers in the month of February, Black History Month, and really highlight underrepresented designers in this space to his huge audience, right? It's like 50 million people.
Right.
So he was also really passionate about doing that work, and we collaborated and we worked with amazing designers, and then smaller brands. Yeah, smaller brands. So that was really the start of it, and now, we work together regularly, and in fact, they have a game right now that's that's happening.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been great.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
You want to say anything to your Oklahoma people?
Hey, Oklahoma folks, family. Yeah.
Well, when can we expect a McMullen store in Oklahoma?
Maybe next year.
Really?
You never know. We've done pop-ups here in the past, and you never know. You never know. Yeah, we're expanding and we're growing, so yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sherry McMullen.
And you can go here, so you don't have to go down. Got it? All right. Thank you. Go ahead.
And now I am proud to pleased to announce the 50 famous honorees for era number 3, 1988 to 1993. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been asked if we could bring down the talking noise just a little bit. It's bringing feedback on the live video. First of all, Mr. Terry Evans. Dr. Dennis Major. Ransom Miller. Melvin Childs. Walter Smiley. Dr. Patrina Seti White Walter. Michelle McElwee. Judge Michelle McElwee. Michael Shelton.
Mike. No, not Michael Eugene. Mike. Just Mike. No.
Now my boss said Michael Eugene, so I got to say Michael Eugene.
Mike.
To Shayla Cherie Dickerson. Sherry McMullen. Ronnie Fields. Sharita Smith. And Command Sergeant Major Eugene Sweet III. Sergeant Major, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your service always. just one more housekeeping. Again, our voices are kind of overpowering in the video as we're live streaming, so we could keep our voices down to a low roar. At this time, would you please insert the video for Era 4? Thank you.
What?
Yo, turn me up in the headphones. Like that? Yeah. Now it's on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax. Put it out, all the stores, bet you can shop that. Leave it know where.
I never knew such a day could come, and I never knew such a love could be inside of one. I never knew what my life was for, but now that you're here, I know for sure.
Boom, 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 boom. Now tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to run. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Tell me what you gonna do when it ain't nowhere to hide. When judgment comes for you, 'cause it's gonna come for you.
Looking for water, easy season for Charlie. Little boo got him, and I'm gonna miss everybody out of rolling phone. Okay, look at the wild.
I ain't mad at you. You know so. I ain't mad at you. Let me see your hands. No, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Check out the story. Now we was once two brothers of the same kind, quick to approach a ghetto cutie with the same.
When somebody says your name, in my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand, but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, got me staring out the window.
And now joining us on the stage is Miss Keisha Watson. And as Ms. Watson comes to the stage, let me remind you again about our silent auction. I bid on a few things, and I don't want y'all outbidding me, but go ahead and try. But our silent auction is still going, so as you exit and enter, please take a notice of the silent auction. Ms. Watson.
Yay! Hello. You are last. Yeah. Before we start this interview, if I can ask everyone that's still standing so that we can give this last group their due. The last group, we just got one more group and we will let you have it, all right? But we want to be able to respect all of our guests and let them hear the people they came to see, all right? All right, Miss Keisha Watson.
Man.
Woo!
Brief resume, two-time All-State basketball star, two-time college All-American, Oklahoma City University Athletic Hall of Fame. I've asked a bunch of coaches, who's the best female basketball player that's ever set foot on the Franklin Spears gymnasium floor? And they've all said...
Wait. I didn't play in that gym.
That's what it is now, though.
Yeah, that's hot box.
You played all hot box? Wait a minute, you that old?
All hot box.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Just so you know, I added air this year.
Okay.
No.
So we go old school, hot box. Who's the best to set foot on the floor? They said, boy, Keisha Watson's hard to beat. She pretty much, you know how modest coaches can be, but your name, just continues to be at the top of the list. Fantastic career. You graduated from Millwood. You went on to do fantastic things. Bring us up to speed as to what happened when you left, 67-24.
She gets the three questions.
You go, oh, okay, you want the icebreakers. Okay, cool. Okay, what grade did you come to Millwood?
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade.
Fifth grade. I wasn't a lifer, I'm sorry.
A semi-lifer. Semi-lifer.
But here's the thing, though. But when you came to Millwood, you all took Millwood by storm. I'm talking you, two mama, Tashala, and Toya. Y'all came in and blazed a trail. Came in deep and represented hard and then took everything to the next level. Second question, favorite Millwood teacher?
I only get one?
Well, you can throw a couple of them out there.
If you don't say
got the stage.
I would say Mr. Roper.
Mr. Roper.
Math teacher, I would say
Orville
Mr. Roper. Mr. Stolback, because he was
Lee
fine.
Star
he was
Stolback.
fine, so everybody wanted Stolback now. We weren't supposed to look at him like that, but we wanted him back in the day. And I would say the last one, I would say Coach Willis.
Coach Don Willis.
Coach Don Willis, because I was a hooper.
Awesome,
Yeah, so
awesome. Favorite Millwood memory?
I would say starting as a freshman.
Yeah.
Starting as a freshman, because Miss Spears didn't want to play me. And Coach Willis was like, put her in. She kept saying, no, she's not ready. She's not ready. I can hear her on the bench. No, she's not ready. Coach Willis was like, just put her in. So finally she put me in. I said, now you coaching, coach? Let's go. And I just wanted to make it where she didn't take me out. So.
Awesome. So you leave Millwood, you sign to go to Oklahoma City University. Talk to us about your career there.
It was a stellar career. Like I said, I started as a freshman.
Yeah.
Started off 4 years, but it wasn't as easy as people thought it was.
Right.
Coming from Millwood, I learned a lot, but it was a lot more to be learned as far as the game. So I just think Millwood paved the way, but I think OCU took me to the next level.
Took you to the next level. And then talk about that next level beyond OCU.
I went overseas for 5 years. That was tough because I had to learn how to cook, clean, do all the stuff. But yeah, it was terrible. My first week, I ate a Snickers every day. I was like, Mom, you gotta teach me how to cook something. So finally, I found a chicken spot, and that was it. That was all she wrote. I ate chicken every day.
You ate chicken every day. Overseas.
Overseas, chicken every day.
I can see you walking around. I gotta find me a chicken spot.
That's it, because nothing was in English, so I had to figure it out.
Talk to us about now that you've gone and had that experience and now you've come back home. And of course you mentored your sister as she went and blazed her own path, had a lot of success, and you're also continuing to coach and mentor as well some players.
No more coaching.
I know you're not coaching, but you got players that you work with.
But you have coached.
So you have coached.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit about what you try to instill in some younger athletes, because I know they're probably looking at you and they know about your accomplishments. They're wanting to live up to your standard.
Well, I think first things first with instilling in our youth is not about them trying to be me.
Yeah.
I don't want them to think that they have to be me. Right. I want them to understand that you can do it regardless of where you come from, who's looking at you, what school you go to, etc. But I just try to make them relate to them. Try to gain their trust and then go from there.
Yeah. Is there, go ahead.
Talk a little bit about the role, because one thing that I do know and love and remember about Coach Spears is, man, she was a basic skills builder, right? Discipline. You started out with them laps and you had to shoot
10 laps. You start with 10. You start with 10.
She won't even talk to you before you run your 10 laps.
10 laps. And you better run them hard or you start over.
So talk a little bit about kind of that discipline that was instilled in you and how that kind of transitioned into life.
It made you for one, be on time. Two, don't take a rep off because somebody else might steal that rep, or you might not get that rep again. She was always telling us, take advantage of the opportunity. And like I said, when Coach Willis made her put me in, I had to take advantage of the opportunity and allow him to say, hey, look, she's ready. Even though she didn't feel like I was ready because I was a freshman, I was a baby, and it was a crucial game. At the end of the game, I was like, okay, Ms. Spears, do I have your trust? And that's what she was big on. She was trust, loyalty, and discipline. So
you gotta.
Oh, so anyway, any closing remarks or comments? What does Millwood mean to you in closing?
Family.
All about family.
All about family. And when tragic starts, you can always count on Millwood to lift you up. So I would say family. I think everybody is tight-knit, no matter what age and no matter what year he came out of.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Keisha Watson.
Short and sweet. Thanks, sweetie.
Once again, our awardees for the 50 Famous Heroes for the era, number 4, 1995 to 2007. Our first recipient is Coach Darwin Franklin. Les Thomas. Keith Lewis. Melissa Sampson. Apostle Ricky T.L. Hunt, Sr. The next award is given posthumously to Dr. Dennis Portis III. Receiving in his honor is his wife, Christy, and his brother, J.R. Portis. Takesha Watson. John Pettis, Jr. Nick Graham. Oh, she's on. I did. Mr. Hunt and Ms. Latrice, will you come to the podium, please?
Okay, you guys, I'm back. And we have had a wonderful evening. We are getting ready to close. But before I close, I'd like to first let you know that the silent auction is closed, so they are not taking any more bids. It's the first thing. Second thing is, I would just like to thank the 50 Famous Falcons Planning Committee. If you are on the committee, would you please stand? This event surpassed anything we thought about. I'd like to thank Superintendent Woods. And if anybody is interested in an event planner that is like no other, L. Mason Event Planning, Latoya, could you come up? Or is she hard working? Latoya? Oh. You guys, this lady here, we told her our vision, and this is what we got. So, Pastor Rick.
Thank you. Again, on behalf of the Millwood Board of Education, we say thank you again for supporting this 50 Famous Gala. And we must, before we leave, can we give one more round of applause to this hard-working superintendent that we have at Millwood Public Schools? That's a standing ovation right there, for real. Where Milo Wilson? Come here. Where you at? Oh, he's talking? Okay. Come here, Superintendent. We love you so much. Come, please. Come. Hand me those. No. And we're getting ready to go, I promise. We're getting ready to go. But we must give her her flowers while she yet live. We appreciate her. We honor her. We love you, Superintendent, for your hard work. This gala would not have been what it is without her hard work. Not only that, Sue. We want to give you your famous 50 award for just being our superintendent and for the hard work and dedication to your staff. Simone, thank you so much. And all of those that work with you, to the executive, Ms. Webster, all of everybody that has had a hand in this. We love you and we thank you for your hard work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a labor of love. So really thank you to my staff, my Director of Operations, Shannon Hayes, Coach Franklin, my other coaches that are still here, Coach Jeffries, Councilman Pettis, Simone Thompson, and thank you to my family, my husband, Gary Woods, and my kids, Gary Woods and Casey that are here, and Brianna, and our granddaughter, and Ryan. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank my mama.
And although most of you have already started your partying for the evening, we are officially getting ready to party. DJ, play my song.
What is that?
Take heat, fuck
All right, as you're beginning to exit the building or exit the room, you're partying, but go ahead and party. But the roses on the table, ladies, gentlemen, you may take one, leave the vases. You may take a live rose, but please leave the vases. Thank you. DJ, bring it to us.
What is that?
You make me happy. This you can bear. You stood right beside me, yeah, and I won't forget. And I really love you. You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right, boy, before I let go. Now we had a good time that we can say. We hurt each other, yeah. And boy, it's a shame. I won't be foolish, no. I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right. Before I let go. You know I thank God sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing I would not do. Before I let you go. Pull up the Coachella, boots with the ghost feathers. I brought the squad with me, black on black bandanas.